We're live! Woo! Okay,
I'm gonna add
look
the
up.
Discord.
We're live. Oh yeah, you should add it.
I got it.
Yes, let's go. Let me make sure that this is actually live on.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, we're live on Twitter. Are we live on?
On Twitch, that's where I see it.
Okay, you see it live on Twitch. Let's see here.
All right.
Yep. Cool.
Let me just text my wife to not come downstairs. I want her to let all the cats and dogs down and me just be like, oh,
chaos.
Shit. Yeah.
Then we get to meet them all though.
True.
Facts.
It's always nice. All right. Do I add everyone on this one?
I usually like to at here.
Okay.
If it's But what's up, everyone? I got my Evaluate shirt.
Yeah, I saw that, and I saw Chris wear something last time. I was like, I probably should have put on some Evaluate merch. That's my bad.
Yeah, come on. Except I got it. Maybe I should lean it back so you can see my.
I need to talk to Chris to give me a bigger shirt. Mine's a little bit too tight, or it's like my stomach's popping out, dude. It's a little bit embarrassing.
Dude, stomach, I don't know if it's stomach. Like, you've been lifting. It might be your biceps.
Dude, don't no, I got it.
On us.
Dude.
I know. Yeah, no, I've got that like the dad bod going on. Not a dad.
What's up, Wad 1980? Welcome back.
What's up, dude? You need to, dude. That's what we were saying, man.
We need to give away some
Wad was going to the finals game. Well, we weren't going to be able to get him in a Evaluate shirt. I know he's going to be wrecking the Tatum jersey, but I was like, you got to take one of our Evaluate shirts with you and then take a picture there.
Oh, that would have been sick.
Yes. Right? Oh my god, we totally should. I got to get with Christian on that. We should totally give away Evaluate merch on here. That would be fun.
Raven, Freak, what's up, Freak? What you guys doing? It's good, man. Long time no see. Today we have the legendary co-founder Alex, and you can follow him on Twitter at SwiftKill. We're gonna dive into some questions with him. You guys are gonna be able to hound him with some questions of your own, and it's gonna be a fun stream. So, yeah.
Yes.
How's everybody's weekend?
My weekend was great.
Yeah, pretty great here too. I had some hibachi with the wife, so that was pretty fun. I don't know what it is about me and Asian food, but gotta love that Asian food. It's always something different each week.
Dude, have you ever been to a Korean grill? Where
you
that stuff's so good too.
Yeah, no, there's one out here that we love going to. It's called Cow, but I mean, they have the best, I guess, quality of meat, and just the experience is super awesome because I love barbecue, and having to cook it yourself is just the extra cherry on top. So yeah,
dude, so true. I love that stuff, man. I want to go again, but it's kind of pricey sometimes because we don't have that too many of them here in San Antonio. But yeah, it is what it is. But that baji stuff's so good.
Yeah,
I just love the show. It's like a show and stuff too, and
yeah, I mean, for me, it's just same thing. Anything on a grill. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I just love anything fresh off a grill.
Jenny, do you grill?
I don't grill. I'm vegan, so I mean, I could grill.
You can do
but I don't. I live in a small apartment. I don't have a balcony or anything. So I mean, actually, my apartment has a grill. I could grill, but I don't.
Wait, y'all have an apartment and a grill though? At the apartment, not on the balcony, right?
No, the amenities, part of the amenities. I think it's on the rooftop or something. There's a grill.
That's nice.
Yeah, typically or at least when I went to Seattle, there's a lot of apartments that had community grills up in the rooftop. I mean, super nice to grill up there, I'm sure. But I mean, you can make zucchini or grilled mushrooms. So
I can make kebabs.
Kebabs, yes.
Dude,
vegetable kebabs. Okay, we should get started here because we kind of have a lot to cover. But this is our second monthly Founders AMA that we've done. This is actually our first time doing it with Alex. Christian is kind of usually the face co-founder of Evaluate Market. Alex is behind the scenes. He's our chief operations officer, and he's, you know, on the dev team, like just coding away, doing all this technical stuff. So we are really excited that he actually decided to come join the live stream and kind of talk about the journey of Evaluate Market, you know, how it got started, what has happened up until this point, what we're currently working on, you know, plans we have in the future. And then, of course, this is an AMA as well. So if you guys have any questions at all during this, please feel free to write your questions in the comments, in the Twitch comments or YouTube comments or Twitter comments, wherever you're watching this from. And we will be sure to answer them. So yeah, Alex, welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having me. So you said that it's going to be, this is the second one and you're doing these monthly. What happens after the third month, after you get Cody on?
Come on. The Trinity.
Oh, okay. The Trinity. Okay. So that's month 4. That's pretty cool.
That's
and
good.
then just
That's
reset.
Good.
Yeah, I like that.
That's good.
Yeah, no, cool. Thanks for having me. I'm not going to lie. I was a little blindsided because Jen was like, oh, can you hop on stream? And I completely forgot it was like a founders thing. But after I said yes, I just kind of had to come on. So yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah. So what inspired you to create Evaluate Market?
What inspired me? Well, Chris and I'm not sure how far into the story Chris got last time, but we were actually working on daily fantasy lineups, trying to optimize via code, some machine learning stuff. Wasn't working out the way we wanted it to. And I don't know. I think it was around maybe 2 to 3 weeks of doing that. My friend at the time that was working at Tesla, Raymond, who actually now works at Evaluate, reached out and was like, hey, have you heard about Top Shot? And I had no idea what it was. Obviously being both into online betting and fans of NBA franchises like Chris and I kind of went to go research a little bit what it was. I think he bought like a Devin Booker moment. I obviously went apeshit and bought like, I think as many packs as I could. I think I probably bought like 6 or 9 packs. I think at the time I only, you know, I didn't want to like completely ape, but like I think I probably spent, I think what, $10 per pack. It's probably like $60 or $70. So I bought some packs, bought some Utah Jazz moments. And yeah, I think it was maybe within a couple days, you know, we checked back in and the price of everything just had gone up. Like his Devin Booker moment was like 3 or 4 times worth what he bought. Same with mine, but there was like no statistics on there. Like when you went to Top Shot in the early days, it would just show you like the last 25 sales. And so, I mean, he was already working on like, you know, that like NBA or not the NBA. We were already working on the like statistics or like the AI stuff for like the betting site, but he had like other, I forget what like the programming language was. He had done something previously with like Twitch. So like in Twitch, if you had played matchmaking with somebody like in the game that we were playing, which was Halo, you can search someone's gamer tag and then like the video of you playing them if they were streaming would come up. And so he kind of had like this sort of janky layout for it. And so we adapted that to work with some of the Top Shot stuff. And I mean, I knew how to code, but like most of like the really heavy development is what Cody does. And he does more of the back end. I do mostly front end stuff. And we brought Cody into like, hey, can you go and start figuring out how to like pull some of this data, read off the blockchain, etc. And then I'm going to go and I'll just kind of visually structure how this is all going to look. And, you know, I think within the first like week, we had so much usage that it was ridiculous to not like start considering it full time. And then we started getting inbound requests from different entities and VCs that they possibly want to like, you know, fund around or, you know, kind of get us going and continue to make this like a full-time thing. And yeah, like it all happened in a flash. Like I think I was working my actual job, like, you know, 8-9 hours a day. And then the other like 9-10 hours of that same day, I would just work on Evaluate stuff. So I think for about a month, I averaged like 2.5, or I straight up averaged like 4 hours of sleep for a whole month straight until we got funding and were able to go. So yeah, that's kind of like how it initially all got started.
This is a sneak peek of what the site used to look like. Pretty basic, bare bones. But yeah, and this was February 2021. So
yeah, that was only, we had just started working on Evaluate maybe less than a month before that. I think it was like maybe January 25th or something like that.
Yeah, because I still remember all the Excel sheets that like y'all let me use for the DFS betting and stuff. So that's crazy, man.
Yeah, I
I
know.
didn't know that was like the stem of it all. That's so interesting.
Yeah, no. It was like, and then with Cody too, the only reason why I was talking with him like on a daily basis, like we would just be in the Discord and he would be playing like Overwatch or something in between like his work because he's just really efficient at what he does. And he would just join and be like, "Oh, what are you guys doing?" And then like we just let him know and kind of like, "Hey, like like you're pretty good at this." And he's like, "Yeah, I'll go take a look." And I think it was like maybe the first couple times he was like, "Oh, like it's not too bad," but then like once how Chris is, how he's like, "Oh, I have an idea for something," and it's going to take a lot more work and effort. But Chris doesn't know that. Chris just knows I want this cool new shiny feature. But I know, and then especially Cody because he normally implements it, like how big of an ask it is. Cody started just being like, "Oh, that's a lot. I don't know if I have time to do that," but he just kind of fell in love with it and we just kind of ran with it.
Let's go, dude. That seems like Cody too. With the whole forum thing, and
we'll have Cody on next. So
yeah, no, he'll be a great
fingers crossed so we can get him on. But yeah,
we'll make it happen, Boxy. We'll make it happen. All right. Okay, so then fast forward to the site now. Can you kind of just talk about what has been accomplished since starting Evaluate Market and everything that we've kind of done up until then? I guess if you wanted to share your screen and go through, you could, but I mean,
I'll just go high level with what you got on here. Okay. Yeah, so initially we just started off with NBA Top Shot and just kind of supporting that. We branched out initially to, I believe, like 10 or 12 Ethereum collections, Bored Ape Yacht Club being the first one, and then Goats and some of the other ones. And when we branched out with them, I think simultaneously we went through a redesign change. So we partnered with a design firm named Sequence to help get maybe not this iteration of the design, but one previous to this to kind of where it's at. Afterwards, we slowly started going back and expanding into Flow. I think that's when the NFL came out. That's when UFC came out. And so we started supporting those collections. At first it was just kind of like, here's your transactions and here's kind of per moment or per collection what all statistics you want to see, the trending volume, how many sales in the last 7 days in terms of like, I guess, yeah, like here, like, so that different volumes or at different price points. Like, so for NBA Top Shot or for UFC, et cetera, anything that's serialized, it's a way to see like how like the top maybe 10% of the serials go. And that's kind of why we have it broken down in different data points. And then for other collections, it's more like how a trait is trending. So if you have like a Bored Ape Yacht Club, how the gold fur is trending, or how the maybe that helmet. I don't have a Bored Ape, so I don't know all the traits. I wish I did have a Bored Ape though. I think it's like Drachma Eyes. Yeah, so this is like on a trait by trait basis. So that like the way we see NFTs is you have your like serialized collections, kind of like Top Shot, where there's multiple of the same ones, and then you have your trait base where it's one specific thing, a part of a collection that has a bunch of different traits. So we expanded to being able to support and look at data over time for these different traits. And then we I think what was our most popular feature early on in Top Shot was your ability to see your account value. And so you would just type in like whatever your account name is, Jennifer Swiftkill, whatever it was.
Do me, I'm going up. I'm at an all-time high.
What is it?
I'm at an all-time high.
Yeah. So our publicly, and this is kind of like a more, I guess, in-depth version of what we previously had. But it would just kind of show you like, hey, this is, what your portfolio looks like over time. And then we start adding features like, well, here's your purchases and your sales. And then maybe now that we're offering different collections, here's like an aggregate view of like what your account value looks like, or your portfolio, for different collections. So I think Jennifer's going to demonstrate that and sign into something that shows all her different collections.
Jen's going to show off. Here we go.
Yeah, this is where Jen flexes. Yep.
She knows.
Yeah, so this is something that we're super proud of, and kind of what it all culminates to is that like as far as I know, in terms of an aggregate view in this way, we are the only place across the Flow and Ethereum blockchains that lets you look at an aggregate view of all your NFTs.
Yeah,
right?
so
Some other sites have maybe just Top Shot, maybe just NFL, maybe just Bored Ape, or maybe just like all your Ethereum collections. But in one view, I don't to this point, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think anybody has, all of that in one view. So we just try to make it easy for people to come and see what their NFTs are worth, how they're trending. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Love this. Yeah. I'm a huge fan of this, being able to see, track the value of my portfolio over time. And, even on an individual collection basis, like for Top Shot and, the different ones, like seeing my doodle and all that. And so that's a great feature. I think, yeah, most people use the portfolio part of Evaluate, I think, the most, or like account search or whatever, just seeing the value of their stuff and tracking that.
Yeah, I think it's so hard to be happy, says Mullen Ranks' homepage. Yeah, no, they show, so Mullen Ranks is one of the few, and I think they're collective.xyz now, that shows maybe like both blockchains and coverage on them. And they do a great job of that. I was specifically talking about like seeing your portfolio value and like your NFTs that you have specifically all in one view. I think you can look at like I think they have it broken down to like Top Shot and then their ETH stuff. But yeah.
Right. Seeing it all come together.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as a reminder, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. So I'm curious, Alex, what is, also, sorry, before I ask you kind of like what we're working on right now, I know you were working really hard on this, and I wanted you to kind of go over it. I guess we'll just pick Wrecked Guys because I love the art. Hopefully nobody gets a seizure from looking at this. But the new sweeping feature.
Yeah, so this is something that I think that, is pretty much a brainchild of Chris. So I don't think we have it necessarily working for Flow stuff. This is purely for ETH. But we have this feature where you can kind of go and add to cart and sweep the floor, so to speak. But most of the places you'd have to kind of go and look at, say, if you wanted to go to like Jam or Genie and you wanted to sweep the floor, you kind of would have to just see whatever the NFTs are and just like kind of click and drag and select the next X amount. And here we're letting you kind of see like a quick detailed view on how maybe the trait that it has, what's trending, and if you want to, decide to add that to the cart or not. And you can also kind of change the chart to filter the different traits and see how they're valuing.
I don't think you can, actually. It's not letting me.
Oh, it's not for that. Okay, so maybe we just have it locked to that trait, and that makes sense because that doesn't have other traits. That might be a bug that we need to fix.
This is actually going to be huge once we get it for Flow, because if you guys partook in the last crafting challenge, there's like you need 50 Dwayne Wades, and man, dude. That was a lot of people sweated over that, having to go through each one and click them all. So
yeah,
huge for it.
Yeah, I even have like a worse use case is if you're trying to get like the 350 trade tickets for those Series 1 packs.
Yeah, even
getting
better.
Those takes a long time. I mean, I've gotten really efficient at like right clicking, opening a new tab, and then like doing 10 in like maybe 10 seconds, but it takes a while.
There's a ton of people that aren't like verified yet, and they can only do like one transaction, like at a time, or like every
if they're
minute.
not KYC'd. So, no, so that's yeah, I can see that. So yeah, for Flow it would be big because it's a way of doing like batch ordering, and we are working with the people at Flow at Dapper to kind of try to make something like that happen. But yeah, in terms of ETH, like that's kind of how it works, similar to other sweeping tools, but with a little bit more insight into the analytics behind it before you make that decision to put in your cart.
We have a question here from Sandarian, who said, any chance collections on Immutable X Layer 2 would be supported on Evaluate Market? Example, Disney NFTs via Vivi, or DC Comics NFTs on HRO, Gods Unchained cards. Oh my gosh, I'm a huge Gods Unchained fan. Okay, anyway.
So I think that the two blockchains that if we would go and support and bring into the Evaluate that we're looking into next would be Solana and probably Immutable X as well. That's not something that we're looking to do in the near future, but definitely something. I mean, it would work perfectly in our ecosystem where you can, not just look at your Top Shot moments, but also maybe your DC Comic NFTs or your Gods Unchained So yeah, not in the short term, but definitely something we're considering.
Cool. And then Tuber Vision asked, the data point that I'm curious about on Top Shot is a real circulation count where moments held in accounts that have no activity for, say, 180 days are removed, and we could see a more realistic trading number. Not sure if it's been tossed around, but I bet people would like to see something like that. Or even like the fact that you can burn moments now, and now it's like the circulating count is kind of less as well.
Yeah, no. So that makes sense. I understand. I guess that in terms of like making it to show it or making it into like an actual data point, it's kind of hard to communicate that because then like for example, you said for 180 days. Well, what if what if 90 days or 30 days? Whatever arbitrary number makes sense to make it an active, uh, asset that's trading. That's kind of like deciding anytime you have to decide like an arbitrary decision on like putting like a number to it, it's kind of hard to like communicate that like we're super. And actually a good example of something like this, or maybe not this, but an example of like how we just like to leave whatever's on the blockchain as the blockchain, is that Top Shot has their new series 4 stuff on chain as series 5, and it's just the way their numbering system works, and they ended up changing it on our site. I believe right now, if you go, the Series 4 stuff is still labeled as Series 5. It's not something that's, I would say, incorrect because on chain it's the Series 5, but we haven't gone through and actually corrected and changed everything. Yeah, so you can see all the Series 5 stuff here, and it's something where we tend to let the blockchain and let whatever is the actual data out there be the representative of what it actually is. I think that if you try too much to kind of pretty it up and make it easily digestible for people, you run into a lot of issues where you have to make these arbitrary decisions on like what should it actually be called, what should it be displayed. It's not always super easy, especially when you think into the realm of having assets that are not just Top Shot and displaying Top Shot or NFL Day, but even in the Flow ecosystem, like a Flunk and a Top Shot moment. Like, how do you compare those? And a lot of times there's no really straightforward answer. So I think just kind of leaving whatever's on chain and how it's described on chain is the best way to go about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great questions, by the way, Tubervision and Sandarian. Like I said before, if you have any questions, now is your chance. We only do these founder AMAs once a month. So, this is a very special moment right now. So take advantage of the opportunity to ask our founder and leading dev, Alex, a question. So I'm curious as well, what, if you can kind of share what we're currently working on, maybe some sneak peeks or I don't know what you can kind of share and say, but any alpha you have for us?
Yeah, so I think definitely no sneak peeks in terms of like actual visuals, but I can say that we are heavily considering, or I guess working on trading both for Flow and Ethereum assets, but trading in the sense that we envision a way for you to easily exchange your Top Shot moments for, let's say, like UFC moments, or a Flunk for multiple UFC and some Top Shot moments, and vice versa. So I think a way to do that for Flow is desperately needed, and I think that we want to be the people that facilitate those trades.
Let's go. Okay, there we go.
Hey, Alex, you're killing it.
Thanks. If there was one feature on the site that people might not know about that you'd consider something to check out, what would it be? Yeah, if you didn't know that the portfolio was a feature, or that like you can hook in not only across different blockchains, like hook in a Flow wallet and hook in a MetaMask wallet, but that you can also add multiple MetaMask wallets and multiple Flow accounts. I think that's a really powerful tool. My wife and I both are collectors of NBA Top Shot, and instead of I want to know how we're both doing. And so I'll have my NBA Top Shot, my Dapper account linked to evaluate. And then I'll just go and add my wife's account Does
it track them separately?
No. So you can track them separately, or you can track them together. So when you go, so that way, like some people like on the east side have like their hot wallet and their cold wallet. So their hot wallet will be their wallet that is exposed to OpenSea and other contracts that they want to write to, that like they don't want to keep their valuable assets on. but they still want to know how their valuable assets are doing. So they'll also connect, or we have the ability to also connect your cold wallet to the same account and watch your assets on both accounts track at the same time.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, that way I don't have to.
Wallet, so.
Yeah, that way it's like, when my wife asks, like, so how's our Top Shot moments doing? I don't have to go to her account, my account, be like, oh, well, you're down, I'm up. I just, put them together.
We disappeared. Okay, there we are. I was like, how did I get rid of us? All right, we're back, Moxie. Woo! In case anybody missed seeing our lovely faces, we are back.
Okay. So just like a history question. What was like one of the biggest roadblocks that Evaluate ran into? And was there like ever a point where you guys were like, it might not be it? And then you were like, you kind of had to make that decision whether it was, going to move forward? Or...
Yeah, I think one of the biggest roadblocks early on was figuring out how we were going to get to multi-chain. So we got Top Shot, we were killing with that. We had got funding and everything was going well. But adding a whole different chain, and then like I said, at the time we were supporting Top Shot moments. So like Top Shot moments have like, they have their rarity, they have the serial, they have like a team that they came out player, they have different traits. But figuring out how to generalize assets or any NFTs from any blockchain and making them so that it's easily representable on our site, or that like making it so that on our backend that it's scalable and digestible, so that like our backend doesn't care what type of NFT it is. It doesn't care if it's a PFP. It doesn't care if it's a Top Shot moment. That we have a way to digest the data and then efficiently display it. And I think that's something that I honestly can't take any credit for. That's all been Cody. Cody's been awesome at doing everything on our backend. So yeah, I would say that was probably one of our biggest hurdles.
Like that.
And we have a question from Napster who said, how does Evaluate Market make money? Or at least besides talking about it and visiting the website, how can we support Evaluate? So I guess that's a two-parter. How does Evaluate make money, and how can we support Evaluate? Which, by the way, just want to shout out our community, Napster, and everybody else who's like always joining Moxie's Twitch streams and taking part in the pack opening parties on Discord that Kevin throws. And, just everything like that. Thank you so much to everybody who just supports and, is here for the community. Thank you. Oh, we got some purple hearts. Let's go.
Yeah, no, we really appreciate that. I think that in terms of like how we make our money, like we're VC funded. So, we have a pool of money that we're using to kind of get the best iteration of Evaluate that we can get out to you. Not just like from a product standpoint, but also from like a community management and then like a media standpoint. So just getting the best, content, website stuff out to you guys. And so I think just going in and, supporting it, visiting it, all those different things you said, supporting our streams, I think that makes a big difference. And we really appreciate that. And then in the near future, hopefully, using some of our other like exciting flow tools, such as trading, would go a long ways in supporting us. I know early on back in the day, we used to have like a donation feature before we were VC funded, where thankfully Top Shot, they had gifting on since like but I don't know about the inception of Top Shot, but at least when I first got on Top Shot, they already had gifting working. So people used to give us $2, $5, $10 moments, and that went a long way. We don't have that open anymore since we're funded. But yeah, I just a fun little throwback into how we used to kind of get things done. But I think that your support, your eyes, and just talking about it does wonders for us. So yeah, we appreciate that.
Thanks, G Bear. Appreciate the love, and thank you for the hearts. Yeah, like Moxie said, y'all are legends. Seriously. Wad said the pack opening parties are always fun. Moxie does a great job each day engaging us on his stream. Yeah, Wad, I know you're always in the streams because every time like Moxie sends me the list of giveaway winners, you're always one of them, and I'm like, he's always winning.
He wins a lot. He wins a lot.
Okay, did you guys go to NFT NYC? If so, what were some highlights from the trip?
I didn't get to go, but these two lovely individuals got to go, so I'll let them take that question.
Moxie?
Can I say that I went to the party?
Yes, wait. Okay, you can start talking about it. Let me try to pull it up.
I snuck into a party that was like strictly doodles holders and like they're
yeah,
plus.
yeah,
Oh, can I say that?
yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Like I wasn't supposed to be there, but I just kept walking, you know?
Yeah.
And naturally I'm actually hard of hearing anyways, because I've been like a gamer my entire life and I can't hear, and I always have my headset cranked up so I can hear people sneaking up or whatever. And I don't know, I just kept walking. I'm sure they probably said something, but I snuck in. It was like a crazy party. And that was a lot of fun. You know, had some street hot dogs, went to Times Square. They were doing yoga in Times Square. That was weird. But cool if you want to do yoga in Times Square. Not here to judge. And then I got COVID. So I was out for like a week.
Oof. Damn
But
bad.
But we still streamed through it. You guys were like super cool about it. I was super nasally. I sound like Squidward, but as what it was. It was a lot of fun though. Personally, I'm not a person that really likes going traveling. It like stresses me out, the whole airport stuff, because my flights never go well. I mean, even on this flight, they lost my luggage on the way back, but I ended up getting it back. But still, it's just always hectic and crazy. But overall, it was a lot of fun. I learned a lot, and the party was really fun that we hosted, and got to meet a lot of cool people. And yeah, it was a good fun time to meet the whole team and everything too. So yeah.
Yep. And I guess I'll put myself up here now.
Your turn.
Yes, my turn. The moment I've been waiting for. So let me see. I'm gonna make sure you guys can see this. Okay, great. So yeah, Cryptoids party. We did a cute little Web3 party bag, which this is my doodle, and of course, Evaluate Market logo here. And then some Evaluate swag. And then I also wanted to show my video, kind of to give you, I guess, oh man, I gotta look all the way through. No way. Okay, sorry, this will only take 2 seconds. Just to show you what the party kind of looked like. Here it is. Okay, thank God. Jesus. Okay, for the lack of not embarrassing myself, I'm not gonna do sound. But anyway, it was packed, and let me remove this comment so that you can see. Yeah, I mean, this is my personal vlog, so like, anyway, Web3 VIP bags. We had probably about 800 or so people show up throughout the whole night. It rained a bit outside, but there was a nice outdoor section for people to kind of hang out. Yeah, the swag bag was super cool, super like fully loaded with a bunch of stuff.
I packed like 500 of those things.
Man, yeah, right before it started, we were frantically, me, Moxie, Christian, and then, all the other people that collabed on this event were frantically putting together these VIP bags. So this is my twin sister, Steph. She's awesome. And, we did some raffles, and it was a lot of fun. Oh, that was my podcast co-host there too. Yeah, so I don't know. I guess I'll let the video finish playing out. But this was our first ever event that we've ever collaborated on. So, we were super excited about it, and I'm looking forward to collabing on more events in the future. Hopefully.
You did talk. There was a part where
yeah,
I think somebody and I bet. I was like, that's Jennifer. They're like, no, that's her sister. I was like, no, that's Jennifer. And then
I only talked for a little bit.
I think I lost like $10 because I don't know. I might go back and give my $10 back. I don't know.
Well, Monica, she's awesome. Okay, that's basically the end of it. I'm just saying, oh, thank you, whatever. Yeah, so that was a super fun event, and shout out to Evaluate for letting me throw that. But yeah, that was awesome. Okay, moving on. Yeah, VIP bags were insane. I have somewhere, we accidentally ordered a ton of extras, so maybe we'll like give some away or something, because I literally have a bunch of like individually wrapped extra bags. There's not any swag inside of them, but
send me one my way, please.
yes.
Likewise.
Maybe we'll even hold on 1 second.
Likewise.
Did you not get anything, or did you not take any home?
I just didn't want to walk around New York with a bag.
Oh, that's
I
fair.
just need to show you guys this. Maybe we can even, there was a perfume in them. I thought I had the perfume on my desk, but yeah, Kiki, who we collabed with. Oh, and there was a photo booth thing, like you could take pictures, our Web3 party.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, it was in the corner, but
All right, I
this is
wouldn't
our
have taken one
bag.
by myself anyway.
Maybe we'll even put together some EM swag and like give away some.
That's an idea right there.
You
That's an
know, we should
idea.
totally. Oh my god, now I'm like.
Now she's
thinking
brainstorming.
about it. Yeah, I'm brainstorming. Okay, yeah, there is. Okay, so back to the question. All right, Sandarian said, I've never been a fan of Flow. It's always felt overly centralized with too high of ownership and control from institutional investors. Are you a fan of the chain or simply the projects on it, and why?
Wow. That's a great question. I've actually been probably thinking about a potential answer for the last like 2 minutes since I saw the question. Couple things. So definitely a fan of Flow. I understand like your concerns or possibly like, your reasons on why you wouldn't want to trust something that's, it's blockchain. You want something that's more decentralized, something that people don't have control over. And I understand like that aspect of it. As far as, fans, am I a fan of like the projects on the chain? Of course, like the thing about like Ethereum based stuff versus Flow is that Flow has a ton of not only like, VCs or institutionalized backed investors, but they have strong IPs. So they have, NBA, NFL, and one of the strongest IPs that like literally never, like if you try to stream UFC or you try to do anything with the UFC copyright, like Dana will come after you. So having those things on a blockchain that people can actually go transfer and own, I think that's big. So one, that's important. But I guess like realistically, like there is nothing that, in terms of having something open and free, like there is nothing that truly like satisfies that or truly is open and free. So what do I mean? If you go look at ETH, right? Like if things were truly open and truly free and institutional investors didn't have some type of stake in it or companies didn't have control over things, you wouldn't see things like stolen Bored Apes being flagged on OpenSea, right? Like there is this trade-off between being open and no one having control and security. And so I think that there has to be some type of regulation. There has to be some type of control, and some party, some entity has to be that person or that thing that controls it. Because if you don't have that, then it's just kind of like a Wild West. And if you ever want the mainstream people to come into NFTs, like just your average consumer, you need those safeguards in place. Otherwise, they're going to be too scared, or it's going to be too risky for them to get in.
Yeah, I can speak on that because like that's how I got in, and it was like at first I was like very hesitant with NFTs. I mean, I'm pretty much new to it in regards to like the last year when I came on the team, but for the most part, it was very simple to like onboard me and go that route because of the trust factors that go into it, and like diving into like a totally different currency, like totally everything just being anonymous and everything. It was a little bit scary, but I think Flow really kind of simplifies that and makes it a little bit easier of a bridge to cross. So
yeah, it instills that confidence in the consumer. And so I think that like I know that ETH is and operates that way, but even then, like the layers or the architecture that stands on top of the blockchain, such as OpenSea, such as LooksRare or whatever, even they have to, for both probably personal reasons, but obviously for legal reasons, have to go and disclose like, hey, this Bored Ape, this whatever asset was reported as stolen. And so they have to kind of go and mark that as like suspicious. And I think that, without that control, without that, party governing things or, having some say, I think you lose that. And yeah, I think that's important for your average consumer to get in.
From Token Talk NFT, do you know if the upcoming UFC partnership with Pixel Vault Sports will be on Flow?
To be 100% honest, this is the first I'm hearing of it, so I have zero
They
clue.
Announced it at VCon actually.
Okay. Well,
but I thought it was is it with UFC or is it just with Dana White, that guy? I don't know. I guess I don't know the details for sure.
Yeah, not sure. Don't know enough to speak on it, at least from my end. And permissionless go boom.
So I got a question for you, Alex. Mm-hmm. So earlier you said you couldn't take credit for something that Cody had done, but if you had to like I guess, claim your trophy as far as the company goes, and like say like that's something I did, and your most proud of moment, what would it be?
I mean, most of the things that I do are more on the front end side. So in terms of like the visuals and how it looks, apart from the first designs that Sequence has done, I think a lot of that is both mine and kind of Christian's responsibility. And so
Don't give
typically,
Christian any credit. It's all you.
no. He definitely like is in terms of like what a user would want. I think him and I do a good job of like envisioning like what would be good for them, and then in a UI UX perspective, and then in terms of executing, like I'm primarily what goes to along with the rest of the team, obviously. But I guess the thing that I do is like making sure that everybody at Evaluate is like fulfilled, and that everyone's got something to do, like in terms of like task wise what's on their plate, but also that like there's some type of vision or goal, and making sure that those things are apparent.
Yeah, and I can actually vouch for that too. Like being on board and stuff, it's been like a really smooth process. Again, like coming from not knowing anything about NFT in general, and the past year has been like really intimidating. But like the team has like really helped me grow and feel confident, and they've been really patient with me like in the process. So, and then obviously getting involved with everybody in the community, it's obviously like poured gasoline on the fire and helped me grow. So it's really nice. So.
When are we bringing on Gaia Marketplace to Evaluate Market?
That's a great question. I think like, so Gaia Marketplace, in terms of like we're referring out, I think that we kind of have a little bit of that. I think it. So when we bring on a marketplace, it's not specifically like a marketplace or a thing. We bring on collections that are already on chain. So when we start adding other flow projects, which is very soon in the near future, it will have support for Gaia Marketplace and any other marketplaces that are probably out there on Flow. But I guess since Gaia is like the main one, I would envision relatively soon.
Ooh, relatively soon. Okay. Okay. I know we have about 15 or so minutes left of this live stream till we wrap it up. So if you guys have any questions, like I said before, now is your chance. We do these founder AMAs once a month. This is our second one, so we'll be doing these, every single month. Different founder. We have three founders at Evaluate Market. Last time we had Christian. This time we have Alex, and next up we'll have Cody. Okay, we got oh dear, wall of text. Okay, here we go. Let's read this. Hey, thanks for the response to my previous question. I know that wasn't an easy question, and please know I mean no offense by it. My only comment would be that I'm personally a fan of those marketplaces like OpenSea, LooksRare, etc. on Ethereum, being the gatekeepers and introducing more regulation of their respective marketplaces to help instill confidence in the masses, while the underlying tokens and chains they support continue to be open and free by the people, for a lack of better term.
Yeah, no, and that's a great question. No, I didn't take it as any offense. I think maybe I probably gave like a more verbose answer than I should have, because I am like passionate about it too. Like I get where you're coming from. Like I love the idea of blockchain and like romanticize or love the idea of like having things that are open, free, without like any consequence, any regulation, that it's kind of self-governing and it does its own thing. Love that. And in terms of Flow, I think they are taking a step in the right direction to kind of go that route. Like they just, I believe, in the last 4 days ago, just last week, opened the door to allow anyone to deploy a contract to mainnet. And I think with that is going to come a lot of other collections and things that were previously on Ethereum, or even new collections that we can get excited about. But I think Flow just opened that. So I think they're taking a more careful approach. Like they're making sure that all their ducks are in order and all their things are lined up and everything makes sense, and making it easy to onboard new consumers before they start, turning on those levers and making it more open. We are seeing that they are doing that in the short term. And then why I'm more bullish on Flow than anything else, apart from, obviously us covering Top Shot Floor, understandably biased, is that they have the IPs. And the thing is when you see a downturn in the market, like how we're seeing now, like there's always going to be market cycles, but the things that stick and stay are the ones that have strong IPs. So if Star Wars ever got involved, like that's a strong IP, you know, Disney, for example. Yeah, I know that'd be awesome.
Man.
But like, you know, for the sports, you know, UFC, NFL, you know, NBA, those IPs aren't going to go anywhere. And so I would almost always place my, you know, my bet or my, you know, whatever my assets are. And I mean, I kind of live that. Like I own a ton of Top Shot moments, not financial advice or whatever, but I love the NBA, love basketball, love how easy it is to kind of go buy and collect. And so, you know, for that reason, I have a ton of Top Shot moments.
Okay, my personal last question that I have for you, and that we kind of advertised as one of the things we would talk about is what's in store in the future for Evaluate Market? Can you kind of talk about, and I know you kind of talk about, we're currently working on, you know, building out a trading platform. What else can you share for us as far as in the future from now? Maybe we're not even working on it yet, but something you see us doing or having on our site.
Yeah, it's kind of hard because everything that we currently envision or like, you know, that we want to do, we're working on to some capacity. So I don't want to speak too much on like the you know, the crazy thing is, but I think having that overarching theme of we want to be a place where you go, you know, stop and be able to like analyze, trade, buy, sell, and do all the extra fun curricular activities with your NFTs and not just, you know, not just own them, but actually be able to participate and do something with them. And so I think that there's something else other than trading coming along with that line, but that's probably a little bit more down the road. And I don't want to hit too much at it, but definitely, you know, extra things to do with your NFTs that I know. I want to go out and outright say it's not not in the same realm of like our, you know, former competitor, I guess, Moment Ranks XYZ, where they, or Collective XYZ, where they have Moment Ranks Play. And so, you know, that's a super cool niche thing. And I think that, you know, coming from a fantasy gambling perspective, like that was awesome. Like that, I'm glad that they introduced some type of utility to the Flow ecosystem or to the NBA Top Shot moment specifically. But I think we're going to go a little bit more of a different route than they did. And so it won't be, you know, fantasy oriented. But yeah, that's pretty much all I can say on that front.
Okay.
He's locked up. He's safe.
Okay, so Sandardian said 100% agree. Flow and Dapper Labs are on the right track to appeal to bringing in the masses and perform well in the long term. Thanks for the answer. Yeah,
no problem. Happy to answer.
Kevin.
Yes, hey Kevin.
This is our Discord community manager, Kevin. Woo!
He's a legend.
MVP.
Yes.
Okay. The people want an EM app, Evaluate Market app. Chances of iOS/Android apps in the future.
Okay, so
and what are the roadblocks?
Right. So initially we wanted to do some type of mobile version because obviously like NFTs and mobile don't really mix. Like most of the stuff that you see from different, like whether it's OpenSea, Looksrare, and all that, have like their web view scaled down to mobile so you can use on mobile. Most of them don't have web apps, and there's a reason. Most of them don't have like actual apps, and there's a reason. The reason is, especially with iOS, anything like NFT, financial stuff, when you have to go and put like the reason why you're putting it on the marketplace, Apple will shut that down. So it's really hard to get approval in terms of like your application or, well, you know, whatever it is you're making, if it's a financial instrument or if it's something to do with NFTs. They'll almost always universally shut that down. So from a blocking perspective, there's that. Another thing is that if you were to develop a mobile app, you have to develop both for iOS and Android. Now there's like different technologies like Flutter or other things that make it so that you only have to keep one code base, but for the most part, you have to keep two separate code bases kind of working and intact. And in terms of resources, like we want to go after things that are new and things that would excite people instead of kind of regurgitating what we already have in mobile. So at least for the short term, I don't see any EM mobile apps, just solely because of how difficult it would be to actually get something on the platform versus the reward of like, you know, we're just kind of showing what we already have on our website if you went on the browser with your mobile phone versus what we can offer on a mobile app.
Okay. Moxie, do you have any questions for Alex?
I wish I did. I wish I had more because everything he's saying makes sense, you know? Like after he answers everything, I'm like, yeah, that does check out. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
I can make one.
Go for it.
Not financial advice, obviously.
Okay.
But what is your favorite project to throw money at right now? Invest in?
Yeah, I
That's
love
on
being.
Evaluate Market.
I was about to say I love being honest, and my favorite project is nothing. But my favorite project is to hold my ETH, hold my flow. I always do participate in Top Shots like challenges, so their burn challenges, anything with their. I think they have like a pack drop on Thursday with their trade tickets. So lining up for that. But in terms of like actual NFTs and that are Ethereum based and outside of flow, can't really say I recommend anything at this time. I haven't really moved anything. I think the last purchase I had was like I was into Goblin Town, and then I was into like we are all gonna die NFT, morbid name, but I was into that. Yeah, that we have it on our site. I think those are the last two projects that I've been into outside of Top Shot. Like I said, Top Shot keeps me coming back. Like I check it like at least once a day. But yeah, not financial advice because
Not financial advice. You always gotta say it.
I lose money on NFTs, so nobody would want to take my advice anyway.
Interesting. I think Floor NFT is the only mobile thing I've heard of coming out.
Yeah, so Floor NFT mobile. Yeah, I don't know exactly how difficult it was for them to do it, but yeah, a lot of that, like from what they do, and correct me if I'm wrong, they just basically tell you what the current value of the floor of whatever NFT it is, whether it's by collection, by trait, by the specific NFT, and gives you a value based off that. I think that if you actually have like trading or actually have like being able to purchase and sell things on a marketplace, I think that's where things get sticky.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Well, last chance to ask a question. Okay, there we go. Last chance to ask questions. If you have any questions, ask now, or I don't know, maybe you can message Kevin in the Discord later if you want him to relay a message to Alex or something. But yeah, this is your last chance to ask any questions you may have about Evaluate Markets, about, I don't know, technical things having to do with the blockchain, or I don't know, building a website. I'm not sure what kind of questions you guys have, but okay, I don't have it. I just heard about it. No bias on my end. Yes. Cool. But yeah, this has been a lot of fun. Moxie, thank you for Twitch streaming like every single day.
Except I love it. Yeah, it's a lot of fun for me. So
yeah, you're great at it. And thanks for inviting me on occasion. And
yeah, you guys killed it. Honestly, like I'm honestly really impressed with like your ability to, as he was talking, like go through everything like in sync. I'd have been panicking.
Let's go. Okay, we got a final question here. Let's get it. Final question. What are those 3 bowling pin looking statuses behind Moxie?
I don't know. It was like an ambient thing, like it's just there for looks. I don't know.
I think they look cool.
Honestly, I sat here like 30 minutes just like, I hope they don't look like bowling pins. And now that you say it, like now I was like, man, should I take one away? Should I put this on here?
No.
Like I went through like a bunch of different styles, and now you're bringing my anxiety back.
I think it looks sick.
I kind of see it as like the EM logo if you were to swap like the middle one and the last one.
Wait, yes. Oh my god, that's yes. Okay, there we go. There we go. Represent.
A little bit more space. There we go. Sorry.
They're going to be missing next stream. Yeah, I know.
Oh my god, I almost forgot to plug. We are. Okay, sorry. Let me go back to this view, so we're not focusing on Moxie here. By the way, Iceman, shout out to Ice Sub-Zero for popping in. Anyway, in the Discord tomorrow night, I believe at 4 p.m. PST after Moxie's live stream, Kevin is going to be throwing a trivia night in the Discord, and we're just going to have a lot of fun. He's going to be asking questions relating to Evaluate, NBA Top Shot, just fun trivia stuff. And we have a ton of moments to give away. So it'll just be a fun time. Check out the Discord announcement for more info on that. And yeah, that's that. Yes. Oh, hashtag Discord. Boom! Gives you the Discord. Let's go. Yes, join the Discord if you're not already joined. Oh, here's the Twitter.
Yeah, he's gone.
Represent. What else you got?
I'm gonna plug both y'all's.
Sweet.
Oh,
let's try it, dude.
Our personals. Nice.
Dang, I was kind of hoping for like a basketball or like a Top Shot specific question. I didn't get any of those. love talking basketball. Love talking Top Shot.
Here, let me show you.
Ask you one. When the NBA season comes back, are you gonna hop on some calls with me?
Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding?
Let's go.
We'll have to go to a couple games over here for sure too.
Ooh. Why not in San Antonio? You don't want to see some San Antonio's first games this year?
No. To be,
this is our year. This is
yeah,
our year.
I was a little bit scared too. I was really hoping that they weren't going to pull the trigger on the Donovan Mitchell trade. So I'm kind of glad that they're staying put, and at least for the time being, looks like they're not trading Mitchell. So I have something to go watch.
More drama for y'all next year.
Oh, here you go. What are your thoughts on the mixed locker room packs? I think it's good. I think any way to reduce the supply and getting moments burned is always a positive. They've been really ramping that up with this like new elite pack drop on Thursday, but also with the mixed locker room packs, it gives people more of an incentive to actually go and burn. You know, I had a ton of trade tickets and I was never burning 4 trade tickets for 3 new things. But now that there's a chance of a legendary or a rare, then maybe I might actually take that.
They're pumping 5,000 in, right? Like 5,000 legendaries and rares.
Yeah. Yep.
Not 5,000 but like
right. But that's it's a good amount, and they're not all like from the newest release. Like some of them are like the Steph Curry legendary. I think Mitchell's legendaries, and there's some from like the previous Hollow Icon drops this past year. I got you, Alex. Are you happy with the Rudy Gobert trade?
No. Hey, you skipped my question that I put on here.
Oh wait, what question? Oh, why the Jazz? Oh, I live in Utah. Yeah, I know. I live in Utah, so I just I guess when I was a kid, when I didn't live in Utah, I really liked their colors. So yeah, as a kid, like you kind of choose things arbitrarily.
Everybody does.
Yeah, like my favorite football team is like the Falcons, and I've been a fan of them for probably over 20 years. And I mean, it wasn't the colors for them; it was like Michael Vick. So whatever it is, I've had some arbitrary reasons for choosing the teams that I did, but I've kind of stuck with them. But yeah, no, Utah, being out here is super, super fun. I went to all of their playoff games this year, so that was a little painful, but also exciting. And then the previous year, I went to their first game against the Clippers.
Nice.
And I didn't see your question, Jen. Sorry. Okay. And then, am I happy with the Rudy Gobert trade? So Rudy was loved out here in Utah. And despite what people think or say, like, I've heard nothing but awesome rumors. Like I know people that like sit close to courtside and like go to a bunch of games and know a lot about him personally. And he's been nothing short of awesome within like the community over here in Utah. He's loved Utah. Utah loves him. So it's sad to see him go. Like, if the Jazz can't win a championship in the foreseeable future, I hope the Timberwolves do. So I think Rudy deserves it. That's how loved he is over here. So while that sucks, it did give us some wiggle room and kind of potential for a future. Because, I think with the core that we had, there was just no shot that we were going to get past like the second round. And so now we have some wiggle room in terms of like future prospects and, some draft capital to trade away. Danny Ainge will make sure the Jazz reload. Yeah, no, he's made moves. Like that's all we could ask. We were kind of going to be stagnant and get worse and worse year over year. And I think that the move he made was both aggressive and, I think it's good for the franchise. Does Donovan stay?
That guy's known for being aggressive, right? Didn't he like throw a ball like right into somebody's face, like full cannon one day? I can't remember.
I don't know about that. I just know that him with Boston, like he definitely, changed their culture, made sure that a lot of he tried to, obviously as a GM, you want to win more trades than you lose, but he was really, his trading style, the way he does things, like he was really like on point with like his trades, like the whole, trading out of Fultz and going with Tatum like that's ridiculous. Like nobody does that. And I think getting, 5 draft picks from someone that like half the league didn't think was as valuable because of like, the playoff narrative. I think swinging that was, massive. As far as Donovan, I hope he stays, but I know he has a heart for New York. And so It might be something that after his 2 or 3 years, he might be just gone. So I don't know. We'll see. I thought the question was jazz background music. No, Utah. What part of Utah do you live? Love it out there. Park City is one of my favorite places. It's just
undisclosed city.
Yeah, just around the Salt Lake area is probably the best that I can say. But yeah, no, Park City is beautiful. I know a lot of people come out here for skiing.
Moxie, what the heck is this link?
Well, I thought it was just the one where he throws it into his face. Here, I'll find the shorter version. Yeah,
Moxie,
but that's it.
Robert Horry threw a towel in Angie's face while he was.
Yeah, and then he got traded 4 days later. You're sending a message.
Is that just a knock of the Suns? I'm assuming.
Shaq to Charles Barkley style.
That's why Nash caught that shoulder. I'm trying to find the clip. I guess you gotta watch the whole minute 35, whatever it is. It's in there. It's back then, You get the whole game back then. Can't find a shorter clip of it. It's in there. Trust.
Oh,
here's a 28-second one. Boom, I got it. There. All right, ignore the first link. Yeah, if you pull it up, because I'm not sharing my screen.
Okay. Oh no! How am I supposed to copy this link?
You click it.
No, it's not clickable, bruh. It's not clickable for me on. Oh, I'm not on Twitch. I guess I should.
Oh.
I could go to Twitch and click in then.
Oh, then I can hear myself.
Yeah. Oh my god. Sorry. Hold on. We'll play it. 1 second.
Exactly why I didn't do it.
All right. Let me see here. Share.
That's Danny right there.
Ellie, watch this. Now watch Ellie number 7. He's going to turn and look at this. Boom.
Bam!
Right in the face.
Oh wow.
Look at this.
Bruh.
Boom.
Apparently he played baseball, so like everybody was like questioning whether it was intentional. They're like, dude, this guy was like,
no, that was intentional for sure.
I said, oops.
Look at this.
That's gotta
Oh my
hurt.
goodness.
That's my bad. That's my bad.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and then you think you're gonna throw a towel at that man's face and he's not gonna trade you? Yeah, Robert
no,
Horry, see you.
That's our GM right there.
Yeah. He takes opportunities. You gotta respect it.
Yeah, no, some people will be scared to pull something. Oh, especially with the All-Star game coming to Utah this coming year, which I'm hoping to go to. But after seeing some of the prices, maybe not. I don't know if you saw like the price tiers for that, Cody, but it is kind of wild.
Honestly, that's why I said I'll have to get back to you.
Yeah, no, it's.
I was like, oof.
Yeah.
Let me get back to you.
But yeah, I get it. Salt Lake doesn't really get a lot of love, and so it's kind of rare whenever.
Why the Olympics?
Well, sorry, I love in the NBA.
I'm just like, there's a lot of love.
Like
San Antonio's never hosted the Olympics.
For the last week, it's just nonstop, like ESPN, whatever, the NBA Insider, whatever it is, just complaining or talking about how Mitchell should just like ask out now that Rudy got traded, and how the Jazz are so fortunate to get like that much of a haul, and Rudy wasn't worth anything. It's just a lot of disrespect for sure. Can I suggest something for the EV website? Yes, of course.
Moment of silence as we wait for the suggestion.
Yeah, no, I don't know why I expected it to be instantaneous. Like I was just going to see it, but yeah, no, of course.
Did I spell addition wrong? I don't even know.
It looks right to me.
Right. Okay, that's what I thought. Right. Sorry, that happens sometimes. I remember I was taking a test in college, and for some reason the word "this" looked wrong to me. I was like, "Oh no!" It was like one where you had to write up a bunch of stuff. It messed me up. Yeah, that.
So if I click my account, can it show my activities without searching my account first?
Let's try it. Let's see what you're talking about here. So you said if I go to my account, like my portfolio, or show my activities.
Yeah, she wants to flex.
Yeah, she's flexing.
No.
Hard. Yeah.
Stop.
We get it. We get it.
Account? Click UFC Strike Gen. Oh, okay. So UFC Strike, and then you said
accounts on there.
accounts. Guess I'll just look at my account. $80. I'm rich.
I guess if you scroll down, like to start with the activity, I think that's what they're asking.
Oh, like to have
Oh,
this for
I see what you're saying. But if
for
you're already
what?
logged in to default to your account to here, I guess that's why we have it separated for portfolio and this. But I understand if you want your specific stuff here. Yeah, that's something that we can try to work toward to make better. I don't see why that shouldn't be too bad of a or too big of an ask.
Yeah, I mean, I guess my UFC is technically connected as well. But yeah, I always have to manually.
I think the current reasoning for it is because when you go there, if it auto loaded your account, there you wouldn't be able to see the leaderboard, or there'd be no way to go back to it. But I guess
Oh,
like
I
if
wouldn't be
you
able-
yeah, like if you click on accounts, you see it right here. You can see the leaderboard and all that, and then the
Mhm.
moment you start typing a name, then it all disappears.
Plus, I don't think there's a way for you to
Back
you
to
have to kind of
leaderboard.
click back. Oh,
Yeah.
to
So I
search.
guess there is a way, and then the default function or the default functionality would be if you were signed in, it would automatically go to your account, and then you can click back to the leaderboard if you really wanted to look at the leaderboard. So yeah, that's something we could look to improve. Good tip.
Nice.
Yes. Thank you for the feedback. Yeah. Any other feedback or questions? I guess we'll give it like another minute. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
What are y'all gonna
once
eat for dinner?
Click dinner. I don't even know.
I haven't even thought that far. I was gonna go check in with my wife after.
What are you gonna eat for dinner, Moxie?
I don't know. I was trying to get ideas.
Oh, I'm probably gonna have vegan sausage
Just vegan
or
sausage.
vegan burger, maybe.
Oh, that sounds good. Burgers. See, now I kind of know where I want to go. Like burgers sound good.
Yeah,
Yeah, like a little Caesar salad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. I should make a salad. That would be good. I haven't had a salad in a while.
Some
Maybe
chips.
pesto pasta, a little pasta.
Oh, barbecue day.
I'm
All
part
right.
Italian. I could go for some pasta. Thank you for taking the time to chat with us. These are great and much appreciated.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me on. Thank you for asking the questions. Otherwise, I would have nothing to answer. So I appreciate it. Appreciate everyone checking in and supporting both Jennifer and Moxie. They do great work here at Evaluate, and they make sure that things are entertaining, just like how it is. Things are functional. So yeah, no, we appreciate you guys stopping by.
I'm gonna clip that.
Yeah, say more good things about me.
Go on.
Cool. Well, with that said, thank you all for joining the live stream, and Moxie, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be here tomorrow, same time as always. We'll go over the challenges and all that stuff tomorrow. I know we have a new crafting challenge, and we'll cover it all tomorrow. It'll all be good. We'll make up for it. And yeah, thank you, Alex, Jen, thank you, and everybody that showed up. Thank you guys a lot. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for the new follows too. Look at that, Alex. New followers.
Hey, new
Yeah, I brought in a
followers.
couple. Let's go.
Let's go.
It's free to follow, so follow. All right. Peace.
Awesome. Later, everybody.
Bye.